What if it held secrets, mysteries hidden in its design, and a presence too powerful for human understanding? This is the untold story of King Solomon's Temple. After King David, the warrior king, came his son, Solomon, young, inexperienced, standing before a kingdom that needed guidance. One night, in a dream, God appeared to him and said, "Ask for whatever you want." Solomon could have asked for a long life, for riches, or for the defeat of his enemies. But instead, he asked for wisdom. A heart to understand right from wrong, a mind to lead his people with justice. And God was pleased. He gave Solomon unmatched wisdom, along with wealth, peace, and honor. Under Solomon's rule, Israel prospered. There were no wars, trade flourished, nations respected him. Even the Queen of Sheba traveled from a distant land just to witness his wisdom with her own eyes. But Solomon's greatest task
was not ruling a kingdom. It was building a house for God. Not because God needed a house, but as a sign of connection between heaven and earth. The location was not random. It was built on Mount Moriah, a place already filled with history, a place of sacrifice, a place of divine encounter. The temple was designed with precision. Outer courts, where people gathered, inner courts for priests, and at the center, the Holy of Holies. A perfect cube-shaped chamber, hidden behind a thick veil. Inside it would rest the Ark of the Covenant, a sacred chest holding the stone tablets of the commandments, Aaron's staff, and a jar of manna. Above it, two golden cherubim, facing each other, their wings stretched wide. It was believed that God's presence dwelled between them. The construction itself was unlike anything the world had ever seen. Huge stones, some weighing tons, cut with precision. Cedar wood imported from Lebanon, known for its strength and fragrance. And gold everywhere. Not just decoration, but symbolism. Gold represented purity, divinity, and glory.
The inner walls were carved with palm trees, flowers, and cherubim. Every detail pointed to something greater. But here is where the mystery deepens. The temple was built in silence. No hammer, no chisel, no sound of iron tools was heard on the site. Every stone was prepared far away and then brought in, perfectly fitted, as if the temple was not being constructed, but revealed. 7 years it took to complete. 7, a number often associated with completion and perfection. And when it was finished, the moment had come. The Ark of the Covenant was brought into the temple. Priests carried it carefully into the Holy of Holies. And then, something happened that no one could explain. A thick cloud filled the temple. Not ordinary smoke, but a divine presence. The glory of God descended so powerfully that the priests could not even stand. They fell back, overwhelmed.
The temple had become alive with presence. This was not just a place of worship. This was a meeting point between God and humanity. For years, people came, prayed, offered sacrifices, and experienced something beyond words. But slowly, something began to change. Solomon, the wisest man on earth, began to drift. Surrounded by luxury, wealth beyond imagination, and alliances with foreign nations, his heart was divided. He allowed influences that led him away from his devotion. And when the heart of the king changed, everything else followed. The temple still stood, the rituals continued, but something was missing. The true connection was fading. After Solomon's reign, the kingdom itself began to divide. Generations passed, and the temple, once filled with glory, faced destruction. Invaders came. The city fell. The temple was looted, burned, and reduced to ruins. The gold gone. The treasures scattered. And the greatest mystery of all, the Ark of the Covenant, vanished. No record of where it went, no trace ever found. Some say it was hidden. Some believe it was taken. Others think it was never meant to be found again. To this day, its location remains one of history's greatest mysteries. But perhaps the real mystery is not where the Ark is, or how the temple was built, but what it represented. A place where heaven touched earth. A reminder that the divine is not contained in walls, or gold, or stone. Because in the end, the temple was never meant to hold God. It was meant to point to Him. And maybe the greatest lesson of Solomon's temple is this. The presence people once searched for in a building is something we are meant to seek within.